Rolster. Answer here is going to be Faker going back to Rise. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Been a long time since Faker
has respite now.
Uh-oh, Kingan's first gank attempt.
Yeah, not going to be able to find this Rupture either. He'll have to get that flash pretty quickly. It was a good silence, but doesn't silence for long enough. And first blood will go to the Trundle. Blank not able to hold on to that advantage top, and that's only going to continue now as Blank moves out of the way of the Rupture, and once again, Kingan's in trouble. There's so much CC, and he had nowhere to go. An easy second kill for Blank.
Take down this turret. So at least there is a macro play here to back up Mada's apparent relentless aggression.
Well, this is exactly what this composition wants to do. As the passive from Swain.
Things that are available to the Caitlyn now. We'll see where the lane assignments end up. We know where the Mountain Drake is going though.
Yeah, that's going over to SKT. Blank going to be able to lock that one down easily. Vision of Empire does give you a miss a cannon creep. It's going to trigger a lot of you back home, but finally KT should be able to grab this turret. One more auto from the minion, and it is going to go.
Any vision here, and they have control wards that were there from a while ago, so they're 100% sure they can get the fallback Inferno.
Have to use that teleport to get him into the fight. Nevermove comes down as Blank takes a fair bit of damage, but Faker is going to be the focus. Ornhorn comes in, no one going to get knocked up at the moment as KT. They want the re-engage score. Will he be able to find the boot back? He's holding onto the cask as it's going to be effort just eaten by Kingan. Didn't even need. Falling in favor of Faker, gets that wave to move forward as KT had gone back, so that's going to be first turret going over to SKT. And they will continue to have that sliver to deliver score to some of these fights potentially.
The outnumbering can be near instant. It's something to always remember in this meta where AD carries are moved away from traditional summoners in the mid lane.
Yeah, there's a lot of teleports coming in. Realm Warp's going to get Faker to the fight as well as Yukal just right in amongst it, but he's got the Demonic Ascension. Can they actually burst him? No, they can't, because Marta's got the Devour. Demon Flare going to be available soon as there's the cask for the disengage purely, and Kingan might once again be the one to fall down. Oh God! The Devour once again! They want KT to be able to get a double stack, and KT, they want to take this one away if they can. Oh, the Pillar is so good to deny the steal from Score, and SKT.
One of the day.
Even the height of SKT's power, it has been a phenomenal series. Oh God, Faker in a lot of trouble. Ornhorn will come down as Faker doing the do-si-do really nicely. Vision of Empire comes in. He dodges out of the never move. He's buying so much time as KT start the yakety sax music. Finally, he will get locked down and KT get the mid laner, but SKT, that was a lot of time bought for them. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get too much for it,
They weren't decisive enough. Their first thought was to run after Faker. By the time they did that, they were out of position to get a really fast turret and then more. They will get the turret anyway, but SKT needs to be a bit more decisive.
Comp wants to do. The more turrets they have, the better they're going to look as a composition. And Drift Shopper. Tal moving on over. His positioning for the Ornhorns has been fantastic as SKT, maybe it's their turn for the Age Scooter. There's so much damage down onto this Baron. KT's not going to make it, and SKT sneak the Baron.
Beautifully done with the Realm Warp there. Very creative use of it.
Yeah, the rest of KT are going to use all of the damage that they have available to them to take down this dragon. They do so very quickly here as Faker is split pushing on the bottom side, wants to get the free outer turret that should be available. And SKT are going to be able to take this one down, but can KT challenge? It is 4v4 at the moment, but you can see waiting in the wings. Caitlyn is going to move in as, there's the boot back from Score. As Blank's going to take a lot of damage, but a 5-man knockup comes in from the Ornhorn, and Faker turns up. Kingan does have the Gargoyle Stone Plate, will need to be devoured though, as there's another Realm Warp, and SKT are team fighting like the SKT of old. Effort is going to pick up the kill onto the Dinosaur, and it's all going wrong. The Caitlyn picks up one, but that's it, and SKT roll over KT.
SKT's collapsed, they might just win the game here, Atlas. They got the Baron buff still, they're pushing through. I think KT might be done.
Yep, there's 6 minions here and they will be able to tank this one up. Blank is super strong, and look at the damage to these structures. SKT, you can never count them out in a telecom war. They dropped a game versus MVP, but so far this series, they haven't dropped one against KT Rolster.
2 smart decisions and the game is over. Crowd is in raptures. SK Telecom take first blood.
Midgets up there, but one of them goes real big sometimes. And that's going to be locked in.
Cannon AP and AD always seen as a good matchup, but AP Cannon I think's coming out. Smeb 2-0.
Deep water dive in order to go in unnoticed, but Bang's going to turn up relatively late, and at this point in the game, the flank from the level 3 Vladimir is not the cannon.
Does have the magic damage shield that you can pick up, that budget Hex Drinker from the sorcery tree.
Yeah.
So not going to go for SKT in the early game. Huge amount of farm on Bang. He's going to ult here.
Yeah, he will have to use that Feather Storm as
It's going to be a kill.
he looks for effort, and that's just going to be easy. They lock it down. Going to back away. Another Rift Scuttle should come in here. As there's the quickness. Mata finds 3 charms as Blank not taking any damage from that ultimate from UCal. He gets his way out, but is it going to be far enough? Winds of War come forward. KT falling like dominoes. They ignore UCal, give that kill over to Tal because they want to kill Deft and Marty yet again. The Blade Call is good, and Deft creates a lot of distance, but X marks the spot, and the KT-80 carry now under a turret with no ultimate is going to fall, and Tal even wants more. Mata.
Good games. It hasn't been 2v2 laning for the side of SKT. It's been more efforts roams that have been complemented.
Saw over at Rift Rivals, his Vlad looked brilliant. Once again, going to continue, of course, effort. Very good Pike player as well, and feels like the awesome them are very short range ones. That's the best option, is Blank just being annoying. Clears out a control ward very easily, and Bang once again, solo local gold on turret number 2, got it on turret number 1. It's a 4,000 gold lead, and it's a large portion on the Vladimir as well, given that global gold that they have. Deft is going to be able to steal one here on the bottom side of the map, but Shelly's going to go down as well. Tempo stays in the hands of SKT.
4,000 gold lead for a team that at 2
also might just be decided by Shelly here, as there's a Bone Skewer landing as well. Score's going to get taunted back, and there's all of the CC. The Troll will flash away, Subjugate keeping him alive. Hemoplague onto Deft may not be as good with the Hex Drinker available. They still get the turret, but they don't manage to
Seal item completion, very important. If you do find a turret, gold lead isn't insurmountable.
When you're a big beefy Galio, despite the fact that he does a fair bit of damage. But once again, he's going to find himself between a rock and a hard place. And finally, that ultimate is going to be available. Maybe a bit of an error from the man in the mid lane for SKT, and he does go down. Tal safety given the Malzahar.
They don't have Smite on Score. Remember that.
Well, SKT are going to want to fight for this one. As the tower falls down, now the teleport is invested in. It's a good Nabah from Tal as well as KT. Now want to start off this fight. Faker's still dead and can teleport in if they want to. Mata is going to go down first as X marks the spot from effort. The flash comes out as the Xayah is going to fall. It's a double kill though, as finally Smeb goes in, but it's not the AP cannon. And Tal's just launching around the battlefield. Def gets one with a Blade Caller, and finally Faker gets in. Blank is going to flash to get his way out. Justice Punch beats Smeb to death as now UCal needs to run for the hills. Blank wants to find Deft. I'm not sure whether they have the vision of him as he's behind enemy lines.
They have 3 Cloud Drakes. They can't be kited here.
Well, Deft is going to get taunted, and he's well and truly dead. Faker cleans up for SKT, and KT don't get the Baron. They're going to be running real fast. They'll have a whole bunch of extra regen, and damn, that Elder Drake is going to be one hell of a beast if it lands into the hands of SKT. Used up as well. Vision now going to come in as one finally comes down, and Score should be in range. This is going to be a true 50-50 as they are going to start the team fight instead. SKT trying to get over and Score steals the Baron! It's a big Gnar in the backline as Hero's entrance is going to get Faker down. Mata is going to be the one to fall. Score surely going to go down, but he goes down a hero for KT Rolls to hold on to their base and try and get Deft that Infinity Edge that he so wants. The Baron buff to push up these minions in the mid lane.
Anything to make Deft's life a bit safer is good, as here we go.
Oh, throws the barrel in. Deft doesn't actually use the ult on this one though, as Mata's going to dash around. Score is going to go golden, but now he's at the mercy of SKT as Tal dives forward, gets the wallet, bunches him into the wall as they pick up the kill with the death from below, but now Smeb wants to find more. Good God, the damage from this Rage Blade as they tear them apart. Can they actually find more death from below kills? No, they won't. As it's the Malzahar that picks that one up as KT, they find 4 out of nowhere.
KT actually able to wombo them down, take them down in the corridor. Deft so clean on not using his ultimate early means they actually have a turnaround. How much can KT get? In a similar scenario, SKT won game 1.
They have got so much damage in these auto attacks. Remember, Smeb hits like a truck and so damn often. And Deft as well, he's a true marksman as they'll take down this inhibitor in the mid lane. It feels like we're going to a game number 3, Papa Smithy, as KT turn this match on its head.
Bang trying his best, but I don't think he can do it. Doesn't have the ultimate, not enough time on the respawns. KT Rolster just need to finish off the Nexus.
No Hemoplague there as Mata's going to be the sacrificial lamb. Can Effort actually find it here as Deft flashes over, finishes off the neck matchup, but no. Not going to be the case as Vladimir, the final consideration. Faker most likely going to be playing it. Is he the best Vladimir on the team, though, is the question. Try and ride that one home as Ultimate's going to fly forward. Faker, of course, is going to be able to find it, but Last Breath is there as well. Ignite goes down, stun comes in. First blood for Yukal and KT are on the board.
Faker got the perfect W off, but it wasn't enough. They followed up, they get the kill. Bot lane.
Yep, Blank wants to answer as well as Def. Demonic Ascension comes in. He's doing so much damage, they'll find effort, and they'll turn it around. 2 versus 3. It's going to be pretty easy for KT just to utilize that top lane advantage to push it forward. Blank wants to be able to take
By
this.
the time that Blank realizes they can't just look for a gank, speaking of ganks.
Yep, the ultimate's going to land this time around, and there's CC for days with this duo. KT will set themselves up a purple monster in this mid lane as well, and they should be able to follow Shelly all the way to the inner turret.
This is an explosive lead for KT. They were ahead of the play. They knew that Blank would be very slow to take the Drake, and they had a ward
At the ready.
Not gonna get too greedy for these last hits. Seems like Marta was the one left with the assignment. He's gonna get the gold there. Good job, Marta, after the chain ganks to mid lane.
Well, there's another flash to come in there as Effort. He's going to be the target this time. The chain CC is so beautiful. Marta's going to be able to get a kill as well.
For SKT.
Yeah, that was one of the taunt flashes of the trickiest kind. If Lehens hadn't played in the series earlier and had that 3-man...
Exactly what it should be. Nar has just dunked down on the Mundo. Never died, did Tal, but of course, they could only ban away 2 counters to the Mundo. Coming out at some point here. Smeb just wants to be an even bigger jerk.
Yeah. Now, Bang is going to turn up, but there's no turret that Smeb's diving this time.
Well, Blank might go in this time.
We're looking for the YOLO engage as Deft immediately pops the ultimate. Tal's going to make his way forward. We've got the teleport flank coming in from Smeb. Nabar in a great position. Is that kidnap? Actually, good news is the real question. As Deft goes low, they're just fighting away from the Mundo. As Faker goes into stasis, they manage to pick up one of the kills as Tal going nuts on the back line. And Smeb can't actually close the distance onto anyone. Bang over the wall now as well, is very safe as Faker looking for the re-engage. Does have it sneaky. Last cone as well. SKT actually looking for this one as Bang almost gets 3-shot by Smeb. Still looking for more here as he throws the boomerangs in. The teleport finally going to be invested by Tal. But now we'll have to flash if he wants to get into this Baron pit. And Smeb's just playing such good guard duty now as Deft waiting to try and get this flank. Does have the ultimate available, but no flash to get himself even further in there. It's now Blank's turn to go for the steal as he gets knocked up. The smite isn't going to be available. I don't think so. The Bloblets, they can't smite, and that's going to be Score, locking down his 2nd Baron of the game. Remember, we've only had 3, and whoever takes it. Bang now just trying to deal with these powered up creeps that are heading towards his base, and Tal doing the same thing, but on the bottom side against Smeb and against these hyper procs, which are getting real problematic. Spectre's Cowl done as well. Now he can build for the team fights. As he's just going to start headbutting this inhibitor. And what is an SKT player to do when this big ol' Gnar is beating down your structures? The answer is, let him go.
Minions doing most of the work in other lanes. No one is walking up to be bounced in by effort on these casks. No way to clear this cannon. Don't even need a banner of command. The normal cannon minion with the Baron buff doing just fine.
Yeah, now KT going to break the base in the mid lane as well. SKT just looking on, waiting for their opportunity to try and do something. Tal, very, very low on health, does have sadism up. And thankfully the Warmock's armor is going to make it look like he has the ultimate running. But KT don't actually have to do anything in effort. In fact, going to fall down. Stopwatch going to be used. It's almost the best bait ever. However, he is going to die. The Yasuo takes the turret and is now looking for his time to find the ult. The big Gnar into the Nexus as KT pile on top of SKT. It's another 2-1. It looked like it was going to go in favor of SKT earlier on, like it did in the first round robin. But KT have answered back. The Nexus is going to fall, and KT Rolster, against all odds, win the telecom war.
The hand of fate